Yo, what's up? Bringing you that MLB The Show 19. So today was a big day. We got our first gameplay trailer for MLB The Show 19. We saw that. We did a breakdown of that trailer. So if you guys want to check that out, it will be in the description. And within that trailer, there were 5 new legends that were confirmed. So if you guys didn't watch the breakdown trailer or the trailer in itself, we'll list the 5 legends right here. So pretty much what I did was look up these players, get some information on them, try to see what kind of cards we could get from them and what their best possible card could be, like what year their best card could come from. So the first player that we saw in the trailer was Christy Mathewson, a starting pitcher, played 17 years, pretty much all for the New York Giants. He did play I guess he pitched 1 game for the Cincinnati Reds in his last year. But looking at his stats, 1908, so he's an old-time player. But in 1908, probably going to be his best card. 37 wins, a 1.43 ERA, 56 games played, 44 started, had 34 complete games with 11 shutouts, 5 saves, 390 innings pitched. And back then, like, these pitchers were workhorses. They just kept playing. They kept throwing complete games. There's so many complete games back then. It's ridiculous. But strikeout wise, he had 259 and his hit per 9 was at 6.5. He had a .1 home run per 9, a 1 walk per 9, and a 6 strikeout per 9. So looking at those numbers, his hit per 9 is pretty good at 6.5. I feel like that's pretty good. He's got a good home run per 9, and that's going to be a big stat this year in Diamond Dynasty because that's going to actually play into the game. His walk per 9 at 1 is actually one of his best in his career, and that's really good for his control. So he's going to be really effective, I believe. And then his strikeout per 9 is at a 6. Actually, to be honest, his walk per 9 has pretty much been good all his career. Like, the one thing that I've noticed from this player is that his control was really good. So I was trying to do research to see what kind of pitches he throws. Only thing I saw with a fastball and his screwball. And the way that they make it sound like is he's the king of the screwball. And with him having such great control in Diamond Dynasty or just online play, that screwball should be absolutely nasty, especially when you can pinpoint that pitch all day. So hopefully the biggest thing with him is going to be the pitch speed differential. It seems like his fastball is going to be a low 90s. So it's not going to be like a high 90s. I want to say, by what I see, it might top out at like 92, maybe 94. I could be absolutely wrong. I have no idea, but just from what I've been reading, that's what it seems like. I think he has 2 more pitches, but I just couldn't find out what the other pitches were. Either way, a fastball and screwball, it's a nice combo, and especially with this type of pitcher that has great control, he should be pretty effective. So like I said, the biggest part with like pitchers is their pitch speed differential, and their pitching motion also plays an effect too. So I saw a clip. It looks like his pitching motion is similar to Bob Feller. So that's kind of what you can expect from him. But that 1908 season looks like it's going to be the best card from him. And then his career overall, he had a 2.13 ERA. So that's amazing. His hit per 9, home run per 9, walk per 9, and strikeout per 9, they're all pretty similar. Especially his hit per 9, home run per 9, and walk per 9. They're all pretty similar throughout his career. I keep forgetting these. I believe K per 9 reduces the PCI. So he might have like a kind of a big PCI. It also depends on what they're going to do with overall cards. Like if there's immortals or not. Because if there's an immortal, he's definitely getting one. But if there's not, that 1908 card is probably going to be his best card. It could be a 99 overall card. But if not, there's definitely going to be a lot of high rated cards that you can use for Mathewson. And they all will be pretty similar and pretty good, especially with that control. But I feel like Mathewson is a good card. He's actually one of the pitchers I had on my list. I never released my list or anything like that. But he's definitely one of the pitchers I wanted to see. So we got him. Hopefully we see some other old time pitchers like that. But that's a good first right there. Next we have Ty Cobb. So center fielder, played 24 years, 22 for the Tigers, 2 for the Philadelphia A's, I believe that's who they are. Yeah, the Philadelphia Athletics. So he's pretty much a contact hitter. He has 4,189 hits overall in his career. He's had some great seasons. I feel like his biggest one is going to be 1911. Had 100 247 runs, 248 hits, 47 doubles, 24 triples, 8 home runs. So he's not really a power guy, but he had 127 RBIs and 83 stolen bases. So that's his MVP card. That's definitely going to be a card in the game, a hardware series card from 1911, probably a 99 overall. For some reason, like when I see like these stats and think about him, Ichiro pops in mind. Like that's the type of card I expect him to be in MLB The Show 19. Someone that has great contact, great speed, probably is going to have great vision and plate discipline because he got walked 44 times. Actually, that's not really that high. But he got walked 44 times and only struck out 42. In 1915, he got walked 118 times. So there's a lot of different variations with these cards. And it's kind of hard to pinpoint like where a breakout season could go for like these cards. 1909 looks like a breakout season, or even 1907, because both of those seasons he had over 200 hits. So probably 1907 you could expect a breakout version of him. And I don't think he was in the postseason at all. So it doesn't look like he would have a postseason card. Yeah, I don't see nothing for him for the postseason. But 1911 is probably going to be his best card. And this goes back to like if there's going to be immortals or not. But if there's not, that's that 99 overall card. If he gets that. I mean, he had a 419 batting average, 466 on base percentage. So all these numbers are insane. Overall in his career, we already went over the hits, had 4,189, 366 batting average, and he only had 117 home runs. So, like I was saying, he's kind of like an Ichiro type of build. And hopefully, the biggest thing is going to be if contact hitters are useful in Diamond Dynasty. Because if they're not useful, this card is kind of going to be a waste. But I feel like they work towards that. I'm hoping they work towards that. And contact hitters are going to be really good. You know, with this card, probably going to have 99 contact with high 90s speed, if not 99. It's kind of hard to determine his speed because, you know, the time period he played in. But 83 steals is still a lot. And he also had like a season where he had 96. He also had a season where he had 96. So there's a lot. He probably has high speed. He probably has high speed. If contact hitters are good, I feel like he's going to be amazing. And the fact that he has a lot of doubles and triples, he could still have decent power numbers around like 60. I would say I would cap him at 60. I think I would cap him at around 60 for power, but that's not bad if you got 99 contact. You know, that's not bad if you have 99 contact and those players are actually efficient. So Ty Cobb, that's the second player. The third player that we got is Rob Dibble. So he is a relief pitcher. He only played 7 seasons. Seems like he had a big injury. 6 of those were with the Cincinnati Reds. And then I guess he split the other one with the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago White Sox. But he was an all-star 2 years. I tried to do some research, see what kind of pitches he had. All I found was a fastball, and he threw a fastball over 100. So he's going to be one of those flamethrower type pitchers. Hopefully he has some good off-speed pitches too, just to keep the batters guessing. But looking at his numbers, it looks like 1991 would be his best season. Actually, 1990 probably would be his best season. He had a 1.74 ERA, only 11 saves in that season. And I don't know, did he might have started games too. No, he didn't start at all. So he wasn't really a closer till 91, it seems like. He had 31 saves in 91. Both 1990 and 91, he was an all-star. So definitely expect an all-star card for those years. And it might be the only type of card he gets. Because if he has an impact veteran, that's, I think, after his surgery, he would have that card. Because he didn't play in 94. He came back in 95. So I'm guessing in 94, he had arm surgery or something like that. And tried to make a comeback, kind of failed with it, and just retired. But 95, if they do an impact veteran card with that, kind of would be a bust. So 98, you can give him a rookie card. Probably 89 or 90, give him a breakout series card. In 1990, he got a postseason MVP in the NLCS and won a World Series. So postseason card would be 1990, and then 91 is probably an All-Star Series card. I think that's the way that they would end up doing it. So in 90, his hit per nine, actually, we would have to see his playoff numbers for that, right? In 1990, his hit per nine for that year, for the postseason, with a 2.8, he had a 1.9 walk per nine and a 13.0 strikeout per nine, and no home runs given. So if that's a postseason card, especially being a relief pitcher, his home run per nine is going to be really high. He should have a good hit per nine, and strikeout per nine should be pretty much maxed also. 1.9 walk per nine might affect his control a little bit, but I feel like for a postseason card, that could be really nice. And then his all-star season from 91, if we take a look at that, he had a 7.3 hit per nine. Actually, that's kind of high, isn't it? A 7.3 hit per nine. He had a 0.5 home run per nine, a 2.7 walk per nine, and a 13.6 strikeout per nine. 13.6 strikeouts, that's pretty good. That's really good for a relief pitcher. So I'm guessing that fastball was really effective. And if pitch speeds really matter in MLB The Show 19, he's going to have one of those nasty fastballs. And if you add a good breaking pitch or just a nice off-speed pitch, he could be a really solid closer. I expect the 1990 postseason card to be a diamond, and maybe the 91 All-Star card could be a diamond or a low-end diamond, or maybe a high-end gold, something like that. But that's Rob Dibble. The fourth player we got is Jason Kendall. We got a catcher that is new to the game. Played 15 years, 9 with the Pirates, 3 with the A's, 2 with the Brewers, and then 1 with the Royals and 1 with the Cubs. So he had 3 All-Star seasons. It looks like to me 2000 will probably be his best card. That's his best All-Star season, it looks like. Or maybe even 1998. Actually, I would say 1998. He had a little less hits, but he had 175 hits that season, 36 doubles, 3 triples, 12 home runs, 75 RBIs, 26 stolen bases, got walked 51 times, struck out 51 times. Batting average was 327, 411 on base percentage. He also got hit by a pitch 31 times that season, which is funny. But 98, I would say, is his best season. So for a catcher, I was trying to look like how good he was defensively. I don't think his arm strength was that good, but I think he was like a good blocking catcher and could call the game well. But calling the game has nothing to do with online. But hitting wise, 175 hits. You know, he's a good contact hitter. He's probably going to be a catcher that doesn't have that great power numbers, because he only hit 3 home runs. He only had 75 home runs in his 15-year career. So he's not going to be a power hitting catcher, which could definitely hurt, you know, depending on how good his defensive stats end up being for whatever cards get released for him. But he's not going to have the power. He should have good contact numbers, and he probably will be the fastest catcher in the game, because he's had a good amount of seasons with, you know, 20 plus stolen bases, even 15 plus. I would expect him to be up there, probably top 5 fastest catcher, to be honest. You know, something like that. I know he was a good base runner for a catcher, so that's the plus side for him. But to be honest, that's about it for Kendall. There's nothing else to really go off from him. He's just going to be I think he's going to be a solid catcher to get, but I don't think he's going to be nothing crazy, to be honest. As far as like the cards, we already got the All-Star. I think 98 is going to be the All-Star. He's probably going to get a 96 Rookie Series card, and probably an Impact Veteran card, to be honest, for later in his career. But he didn't really do much in the postseason. He doesn't really have a breakout season unless they use 98 for the breakout season and then use 2000 for an All-Star Series card. So that's a possibility. But yeah, that's the Jason Kendall card. The last player we got, and the biggest reveal in the trailer, was Willie Mays, center fielder. He played 22 years, 21 with the Giants, 2 with the Mets. You're probably like, that's 23 years. The last year, or the second to last year of his, he split. So he played a couple games in San Francisco and then finished the season off with the Mets. But there's a lot of options for this card. This card definitely could have every single set, because in 1951 he won Rookie of the Year. In 1954 and 1965 he won the MVP. He probably could get an Impact Veteran card. Let me see for postseason real quick what he did. In 1954 he won the postseason, had a 286 batting average. His postseason numbers, actually, they were okay, but compared to like his career stats, they weren't really that great. But in 1954 he didn't win a ring, So maybe they can do something around that. That was his best postseason performance, really. But he had like no power or anything. He didn't have any home runs during those series. And then he could have an all-star card. He was pretty much an all-star his entire career. I think I said he could have an impact veteran card. So he could have them all. He could have the whole set. And that's great. Like, that's what you want from a new added card. A player that can have multiple cards. So Rookie of the Year card, 127 hits, 22 walks, 5 triples, 20 home runs, 68 RBIs, and 7 stolen bases, 274 batting average. That's probably a gold card, to be honest. That probably is good enough to be a gold card. In 1954, his first MVP, he had 195 hits, 33 doubles, 13 triples, 41 home runs, 110 RBIs, and a 345 batting average. So that's pretty good right there. His other MVP season, the 1965 one, he had 177 hits, 21 doubles, 3 triples, 52 home runs, 112 RBIs, and a 317 batting average. So either one of those really could be the MVP card. I don't know which one would be the better one. I guess 1965 has the more power, and we all know everyone likes the power, right? So that would definitely be pretty big right there. I think they can go either or with that one. I think they could go either or with that one because they're both pretty good options and they're pretty similar in numbers. Looking at other cards just to mix it up, I think 1957 could be his All-Star Series card because that overall looks like a really nice card. He had 195 hits, 26 doubles, 20 triples, 35 home runs, 97 RBIs, and 38 stolen bases. So should have a good speed, 333 batting average. So that's the variety you want to see. And like this goes back to like all these cards. If there's no immortal that like mixes all these stats up, then he should have a few different diamonds. 57 could be a diamond for the All-Star. 54 or 65 could be a MVP card. So those are going to be a Hardware Series diamond if they exist. But Willie Mays definitely would be a good card. Honestly, it could rival Ken Griffey Jr. as one of the best cards. This definitely looks like a 5-tool player and should have everything. So I said this in my breakdown and maybe even the trailer reaction that it's going to be so dope to have Griffey, Willie Mays, and whatever other outfielder you want in the outfield. You know, that's going to be ridiculous. That's going to be a nice outfield to have. And hopefully, like, whatever the best version of this card is, it's somewhat easy to obtain. Not easy, you know, you definitely want to be able to grind for it and make it somewhat difficult. But you also want to give people a chance to try out these new cards, these new legends. You want to give people a chance to see what they're all about. Because looking back at 18, like Vladimir Guerrero, how many people got to use that immortal Vladimir Guerrero? You know, that's something that might have been a problem, not being able to try out all the cards. So hopefully, like, all these cards are able to be obtainable or just versions of the cards. And Willie Mays shouldn't be a problem. He definitely should have 4 or 5 different cards easy. And I think most of these legends should have a good variety. But these are the first 5 legends that we have. Let me know what you guys think about them. I think they all could be solid cards. I definitely think they all could be solid cards, especially if pitching matters, like pitch speeds, if hitting matters for contact players and all that stuff. So each one of these cards could be good in their own right. But these are the first 5 that we have. Let me know what you guys think about them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.